All right, well, good morning and welcome to Camp Lapidary. We're going camping today. Woohoo! All right, so it's middle of February or first couple weeks of February, and I'm getting ready to head down to the California Mojave Desert. And in order to save a little gasoline on this trip, I'm going to take the car and not the truck. The car gets about twice the gas mileage as the truck, about 40 gallons per mile versus 20 gallons per mile. But I've got this thing pretty much packed full with the things that I'm going to need for the next 4 or 5 days. I made my little electronics organizer fit inside the car. I was kind of surprised at that. I got a bed for a little dog. We're going to be taking Gypsy on this trip. But in here we have various tents, stove, of course an ice chest, little tent, little inflatable bag there, different things. And in here you can see the packedness continues. But that's it. We'll be headed out here in just a few minutes. So I pulled over here to take a little pause, take a little pee break, let the dog out. She's over there. It's kind of messy right here, so I'm trying not to show you the ground. And I simply do not have the time or the space to pick up this trash that's sitting here at this little spot. All right, so we're an hour and a half, I don't know, 2 hours into our journey. And this is called Mills exit off I-15. And it's been a while since I've flown my drone, and there's been several updates. So I thought, you know, this is maybe a pretty good spot that I'll fly the drone for the first time in months, make sure everything is working well. And so that's what I'm going to do. But I thought I'd give you a little explanation of where we're at, what's going on. And we'll be back on the road shortly. Been driving for a few hours now, and we have left Utah. We've traveled through that gorge over that way, which is the Virgin River Gorge. And I think this little community down there is called Littlefield, and that's the Virgin River right there. And I just wanted to stop for a minute, let the dog walk around, stretch the legs, get some water, and I thought, this looks like a good place for a drone. continued south on I-15 and gone all the way through Nevada, and now we're into California, and this is Halloran Springs Road. Pulled off here to stretch the legs, let the dog go out for a little while, have some water. If you go back that way, that takes you to that one spot where I was camping last year, up by Turquoise Mountain. Just a few miles that way, really. And of course, that way is the freeway. So there's like a spring right up there, Halloran Springs, I guess. There's a like a horse watering, large watering trough. It's not really a trough, more like a pool, a watering pool. Alright, so it's my intent to keep heading that way towards the setting sun. Next town up is Baker, and we're going to be heading north from Baker, headed to the southern part of Death Valley National Park. Some spots that I've been looking at on a map for a while, but I've never been there. I thought since I had the car, gasoline is not as it's not as an expensive trip to go there in the car than it is in the truck. But then again, I don't know how good the roads are, so we may be limited by roads. We'll find out one way or another. We've only got a few hours and it's going to be dark, so hopefully we can find a campsite by then. I'm real tempted just to go back in there, and you know, I know the car could get back in there a mile or two in a good enough spot to spend the night, but I've been really wanting to go look at this other spot and just go down this road and see what I've never been in there, so that's what I want to do. All right then. Shortly after I turned off the video and climbed in the car, I double checked what time it was, and it's like 4:30 almost right now. And then I checked what time the sunset is, and that's at about 5:20 or 5:30 at the latest. So I decided there's no way I'm going to be able to get to where I want to be before sundown, and I don't want to be trying to set up camp at some place you can't see. So I just came up 1 mile, less than a mile, up the road, and looks like a pretty good spot right here. Throw down my little tent over in here somewhere, maybe right there. Looks like a good spot. Just a little tiny tent, just for the night. I was getting stuff ready to come out here, and I was looking for my large tripod, whereupon I would put the GoPro or whatever camera to do time lapses and stuff. And I couldn't find my tripod. Like somebody either stole it or I stuck it somewhere where I can't find it anymore, but I thought it was still there, but I couldn't find it. So now I don't have a large tripod, but I have some small tripods. So I'll set up the GoPro and do a little time lapse as I kind of set up camp here. So, like I said, there was no time to drive any farther and pitch a tent and be expected to be able to find a decent spot. So here we are, set up a tent, little table. I got my chair. Gonna have a sandwich tonight for dinner and some chips. Water is on the menu. Got the GoPro up there doing some time lapses. I'll hopefully set it up for a night lapse as well. Get the stars out here. Starting to get a little bit chilly. I had to put my sweater back on. Got out of Utah, got down into Vegas or Mesquite area, I guess it was, and it was quite a bit warmer than what Salt Lake is like currently. And so I ended up stripping down in my t-shirt, but now the desert cools off quickly at night. So got a couple little lights and a book, and you know, we'll fart around till it's dark, have a sandwich or something, but that's where we're crashing tonight. Hopefully we'll sleep good. I already lost one of my dog bowls. Left it at the Mills spot where we stopped. I think I just totally spaced it off and didn't grab it off the ground. Maybe I'll stop there on the way back and find it. All right, well, I'm gonna make a sandwich and I'll get back with you in a little while.